I worked for the royal family. One gesture from King Charles left me floored. A former lady-in-waiting has said that she was surprised to find out she had been invited to King Charles' coronation, several decades after she attended Queen Elizabeth II. A former employee of the royal family has explained how one gesture from King Charles left her floored when it occurred. Lady Anne Glenconner, 93, former lady-in-waiting to Princess Margaret, has recently released a memoir detailing her time working for the firm. Following the release of her memoir, titled Manners and Mischief, an A to Z of life lived well by Lady Glenconner, Lady Anne has been speaking about some of her experiences during her multi-decade royal career. In her memoir, Lady Anne shares not just her stories from her time in the royal family's orbit but also photographs from her time working with some of its most senior members. Lady Anne's latest book comes 6 years after her best-selling memoir released in 2019, titled Lady-in-Waiting, which discussed her career and included harrowing details of her 54-year-long abusive marriage to her husband, Colin Tennant. Speaking to Hello! About what it was like attending Queen Elizabeth I's coronation in 1953, Lady Anne also said she was surprised when an offer was made by King Charles. She said, "He could only invite 120 or so close friends, so I was very honored to be asked. And of course, it was wonderful, because I could relax. I had dinner with him 3 days later. I went in on to said, 'How was it, Anne?' And I said, 'Magnificent.' In fact, Lady Anne says that at the age of 93 she is shaving the time of her life and is enjoying going out, with a bang. She explained, 'How could I not be having the time of my life? Here I am, at 93, and the other day went to Vienna. I did a talk and went to the wonderful opera, and then I went to Chatsworth for the Queen's Reading Room Festival, where I was sitting next to Jilly Cooper. I had the most wonderful dinner with her with lots of champagne. I couldn't believe it that just a few days later she died.' Lady Anne isn't the first royal author to discuss Princess Margaret, with Andrew Lowney mentioning the princess in his book entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York, in which he claims Margaret disapproved of the former Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson. According to an extract serialized in the Daily Mail, Lowney claimed that Margaret said to Fergie, "You have done more to bring shame on the royal family than could ever have been imagined. Clearly you have never considered the damage you are doing us all. How dare you discredit us?